Today regarding interest on capital, I am going to take question number 37 of Goel and Goel, which runs as follows. P and Q were partners in a firm sharing profits in 3:1 ratio. Their respective fixed capitals for rupees 10 lakh and 6 lakh. You see now the fixed capitals are there, whatever the adjustments are there are to be done with the help of the current accounts, partners' current accounts. The partnership deed provided interest on capital at the rate of 12% per annum. The partnership deed further provided that interest on capital will be allowed fully even if it will result into a loss to the firm. Now you see here in this question, it is a charge, it has been treated as a charge against the profit. The interest on capital has been treated as a charge against the profit. So in that situation, it must be treated with the help of the profit and loss account instead of profit and loss appropriation account. The question runs, the net profit of the firm for the year ended 31st March 2018 was rupees 1,50,000. Pass necessary journal entries in the books of the firm allowing interest on capital and division of profits or loss among the partners. Now you see, 2018 March 31st, with the very first journal entry will be regarding the interest on capital. So interest on capital account debited to P's current account and to Q's current account, which for P, as far as the P is concerned, it is 1,20,000, 12% on 10 lakh, and on 6 lakh, 10% or 12% at the rate of 12%, that becomes 72,000. So total combinedly, the interest on capital becomes 1,92,000. So the entry will be interest on capital account debited to P's current account 1,20,000, to Q's current account 72,000. Now transfer entry. Profit and loss account debited to interest on capital account, because it is to be treated as a charge against the profit, so it will be transferred towards the profit and loss account instead of profit and loss appropriation account. So the entry will be P&L account debited to interest on capital account 1,92,000, and then the remaining profit, you see the profit is available profit is 1,50,000 only, and interest on capital has been provided 1,92,000, which is a charge against the profit. In that situation, there will be a loss of 42,000, which must be distributed between the partners. So for distributing loss, P's current account debited 31,500 and Q's current account debited 10,500 in their profit sharing ratio, that is 3:1, to profit and loss account 42,000. Now I am taking question number 39. You see, the question runs as follows. Kavita and Leela are partners with capitals of rupees 6 lakh and rupees 4 lakh and sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. The partnership deed provides that interest on capital shall be provided at the rate of 8% per annum, and it is to be treated as a charge against the profits. So you see, again it is to be treated with the help of the P&L account itself, because it is a charge against the profit. Prepare relevant account to allocate the profit in the following alternative cases. Case number 1, if the profit for the year is rupees 1,10,000, if the profit for a year is rupees 35,000, and case number 3, if loss for the year is rupees 10,000. So in all the three cases, it is to be treated, interest on capital is to be treated as a charge against the profit and will be handled with the help of the profit and loss account. You see, first of all, we have to calculate the interest on capital, because in all the three types of cases it is same. Kavita 6 lakh on the amount of rupees 6 lakh at the rate of 8%, 48,000 it becomes, and Leela 4 lakh at the rate of 8%, it becomes 32,000. Combinedly, the interest on capital becomes 80,000. Now case number 1. If profit for the year is rupees 10,000, in that case it is to be treated with the help of P&L account. On the credit side, the profit is to be put by profit account 1,10,000, and then on the debit side to interest on capital, Kavita and Leela 48,000 and 32,000, that is 80,000, and the rest of the amount from 1,10,000 minus 80,000 will be 30,000. That will be the net profit, which is to be transferred towards the profit and loss appropriation account, and which is to be distributed between the partners in their profit sharing ratio, because profit is the net profit is to be apportioned or appropriated between the partners. So on the credit side of the profit and loss appropriation account, by P&L account 30,000, and then debit side the appropriation will be to profit towards the Kavita 20,000 and towards Leela 10,000 in their profit sharing ratio, that is 2:1, 30,000. Now case number 2. If the profit for the year is rupees 35,000, so again interest on capital is a charge against the profit. First of all, on the credit side, by profit rupees 35,000 is to be put. Then interest on capital is to be provided as a charge against the profits. So to interest on capital, Kavita rupees 48,000 as usual. Leela 32,000 becomes 80,000. However, the profit was 35,000 only. So there is a loss of rupees 45,000 which will be distributed among the partners, between the partners in their profit sharing ratio, that is 2:1. Towards Kavita it is 30,000 and towards Leela it becomes 15,000. Now case number 3. If the loss for the year is rupees 10,000, so loss will appear on the debit side of the profit and loss account. So on the debit side, to loss rupees 10,000 and to interest on capital, as usual it is to be provided Kavita 48,000 and towards Leela 32,000. Total it becomes 80,000 and the grand total of the debit side becomes 90,000. However, there is a loss of 90,000 which is to be distributed between the partners in their profit sharing ratio, that is 2:1. So by loss, Kavita 60,000 and towards Leela 30,000. Now you see the question number 41 I am taking. On 1st April 2018, X, Y and Z started a business in partnership. X contributes rupees 90,000 at first but withdraws rupees 30,000 at the end of 6 months. You see, as far as the X is concerned, for first 6 months it is using 90,000 and for after that he withdraws rupees 30,000. So in that case, rest of the 60,000 he is using for the next another 6 months. Y introduces rupees 75,000 at first and increases it to rupees 90,000 at the end of 4 months. So you see what happens, that 75,000 has been utilized for 4 months and then 90,000, but withdraws rupees 30,000 at the end of 8 months. So in that case, the 90,000, the amount of 90,000 has been utilized for another 4 months and 30,000 has been withdrawn. So in that case, the rest of the amount will be 60,000 which will be used for the residual 4 months. Now Z brings in rupees 75,000 at first but increases it by rupees 60,000 at the end of 7 months. So you see, as far as Z is concerned, rupees 75,000 has been utilized for 7 months and after that rupees it has been increased by rupees 60,000. So 75,000 and 60,000 it becomes 1,35,000 for the rest of the 5 months. During the year ended 31st March 2019, they make a net profit of rupees 42,000. Show how the partner should divide this amount on the basis of effective capital employed by each partner. So you see, we have to distribute the profit not on the basis of the profit sharing ratio but on the basis of the effective capital employed ratio. So how much capital they have put during the year, what amounts of capital they have utilized during the year is to be calculated first. So regarding that, effective capital employed is to be calculated. As far as X is concerned, as we have discussed right now, first 90,000 for 6 months, that becomes 5,40,000. Then another 60,000 after withdrawal of 30,000. The rest of the amount 60,000 has been used for another 6 months. So it becomes 3,60,000 and totally it becomes 9 lakh. Then Y, 75,000 into 4 months. It has been utilized, it becomes 3 lakh. Then it has been increased up to 90,000 which has been used for another 4 months. So that becomes 3,60,000 and rest of the amount 60,000 has been utilized for the rest of the 4 months. That becomes 2,40,000. Combined it becomes 9 lakh. Then Z, 75,000 for the 7 months becomes 5,25,000 and it has been increased by 60,000, so it becomes 1,35,000 for rest of the months, 5 months, so it becomes 6,75,000. Totally it becomes 12 lakh. So you see, 9 lakh and 12 lakh. So if we just compare proportionately, it comes 3:3:4. Their proportion will be 3:3:4. So in this proportion of their effective capital employed, we have to distribute their profit sharing ratio, and the entry will be profit and loss appropriation account debited 40,000 to X capital 12,600, to Y's capital 12,600, and to Z's capital 16,800. That's all.